Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead.
Many people have said, hire a professional if you have a job to do. Granted, this is an option, but there are others you could choose from, such as doing the home improvements yourself, or the job yourself. But we have to be warned that there are hurdles to both sides. But by the end of this, you may start to do your own home improvements yourself. So, many of the hurdles are simple questions one can ask themselves. One of the first things you need to ask yourself is, how difficult is the project, and do I have the proper skills to do it? Is there going to be any chance of injury to myself or others around me, to the house, or damage to anything else, such as equipment? So, when you get the itch to change something about your home, the first question to ask yourself is whether it's more cost-effective to do it yourself or hire a professional. Quote by Andrea Davis, which is affiliated with Home Advisor. So, for many of you in this room right now, this won't apply to you because you don't own a home or a rental property. But later in life, this could be used to your advantage. With the questions dealt with and on your mind, you can start answering them as they pop up through the project. Keith has been in the construction business for 40 years. He is the author and editor of many articles in a newspaper on construction work. As he says in his article on construction, you are able to save up to closer to 10% than 20% when you do your project yourselves, compared with what you would spend on a builder, which was in his 9th paragraph. You have to expect that you're going to mess up when you do a home project. And with that comes the expenses with it. And your expected budget may be blown out of the water because of one mistake. So, just make sure that you have the proper skills, like you questioned yourself before, and how difficult it is. So, with a home project, you want to start smaller, like a backsplash for a kitchen or something, because that is small and there's very little chance of injury or risk to your home. So for materials, that can cost you upwards of $500, but at the lowest price, it's $100. So, to do the same with a professional, it's another $300 to $800 on top of that. So you would be paying a lot more for something you could do yourself. It's very simple. And for a larger home improvement, such as a bathroom or a kitchen, in this example we're going to be using a bathroom, you have to take in the amount of time it will take you to do this project, how long you're going to be without a bathroom or a kitchen, because it could take up to days or months to do this project yourself. Even for a professional, it may take that long. So what you want redone in your bathroom, by chance, would be a tub/shower combination. So, one of my sources, Chris Gertz, remodeled his entire bathroom, and he sent me the prices of all his stuff. And it cost him $500 to replace his tub, redo all his pipe work, and re-pour the concrete, which he had to break up and replace. For a professional to do the same job that it only cost him $500 to do, it would have took him $1,940 to $3,400. And this is from Home Advisor, which they put you in touch with local pros in your area that can do that job for you. So, as seen in the above paragraphs, are just a few reasons you can do home improvements yourself. Remember that you should research your project thoroughly before you do anything. Make sure you have the skills and the knowledge to do the job correctly, and make sure that you have very little risk of injury to yourself or others, or damage to your home or the project itself. So the next time you have a choice between getting a pro or having to do it yourself, try and do it yourself next time. You could save a bit of money.
Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. Alrighty, thank you, Bobby. And at this time, we'd like to open the floor to questions that you might have for Bobby whenever you're ready. And if Bobby, you don't mind calling, that would be great.
Chloe.
Have you done like any projects at home, like yourself, or are you going to? Do you know?
We remodeled our bathroom in our house. We put up walls and redid the banisters. I did a bit of painting, and we replaced our carpet floors with hardwood. Taylor?
At what point, whenever you say make a mistake, is it best just to call a professional?
It depends on what the mistake was. If you cut a 2x4 wrong, you can do it yourself and go buy a new one. But if you, let's say, rip out a water tank by chance when you're redoing something, you might want to call a professional then. It just depends on what skill sets you have and if you're able to do it. Corinna.
What would be the proper skills to
Do
have?
you have any particular project you're thinking of, or are you just looking for altogether skills?
It was just general answer.
Maybe a bit of woodworking and some experience with power tools. Maybe, and if you don't have the proper skills, you can always look up how to do it. So, if you don't know how to do any plumbing work, you can look it up and learn the basics of it, and then there's a skill you can have. So you want a general knowledge of little projects. Carson.
Do you think there are any people that, under any circumstances, should not even try, or do you think home improvement is easy enough for everybody?
On some projects, it would be better for some people not to do it. So, say you want to try and add on to your home. A 90-year-old man probably shouldn't try and add on to his home by himself. But, say a 30-year-old man, he could do it himself, or woman. But it just depends on the size and the scale of the project you want. Smaller projects, I think anyone could do if they're small enough. And if they're a little larger, you have to just put in what you know and what you don't know into the project.
Okay, I think we're going to give him a round of applause. Thank you so much, Bobby. And thank you so much.